The bearings for the crank and the associated hardware have been soaking in the solvent for a couple days, so we'll take those out and start cleaning those up. Then we're going to move on to the pedals, the chain, and the seat post hardware. That's what's happening on this episode of Featherstone Bicycles. Before we get started on anything, I'm going to be going to the bike store tomorrow to look for some parts, including the correct hardware for the seat post tube, the reflectors for at least this damaged one, and maybe some of the other ones that are warped. And so one of the other things I need to know is whether or not the two freewheel removing tools that I have are going to fit this freewheel, because if not, I can borrow one from the bike store. So we're going to remove this piece from the skewer. Get that out. And then see if either one of these tools fit. That one does not. And I don't think this one is going to either. Actually, to get that on, I'm going to have to take the whole thing apart. My wrenches. Finally. Holding my finger there, so in case those ball bearings come flying out. Now, does this one fit? Yes, it does. So, that's good. We've gotten our bearing cages. They actually just sitting in the solvent, clean them up very nicely. I will have to take the dental pick on them. Got my ball bearings in here as well. The other pieces cleaned up very nicely. There are 5 and 4 is 9, and 5 and 4 is 9. 9 ball bearings on each side. So at this point, I'm going to take the chain. I'm just going to coil it up and put it in the solvent and let the solvent do its magic for a couple of days. in order to get the plastic reflectors out of here, besides the fact that they're 51 years old, just even a couple years will harden these things when they're out in the elements. So putting a little heat on it will help. You could probably see from when I had the pedals on the wire wheel that it's not only going to be impossible to get inside there on the inside. Did a pretty good job on the outside. They're pretty rusted. A lot of it had pitted through. But can't even get on the main bar here. And again, if you've known from previous seasons, I really don't want to get involved in undoing a piece that was pressed, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get that back the way it was, and then it probably will never operate right. So same thing as rivets. I don't redo rivets. So what I did was I have a little Dremel tool, and I've got a little wire wheel for that. So we'll see how this works. There's not much left on this wire wheel, so I may have to have a part 2 to get another one. Okay, that is causing a lot of the brushes on the wire wheel to fly off, hit me in the face and whatnot, so we're going to go to plan B. So plan B is my old trick with the drill and the wire wheels on that. Seems to be working pretty good. Well, clearly I can get some of this rust, but I can't get all of it. So plan C is to take the chain out of this bowl, put it in this jar, put the solvent in the jar, and clean the bowl out. Put the petals in the bowl and fill the bowl up with evaporust. Now, I don't know what effect the evaporust is going to have on the grease inside the bearings, but I am pretty confident I can get, for sure I can get the finish line one step down in there and possibly even some grease. So we're going to give it a shot. If all else fails, I do have a source for some used old stock pedals exactly like this that are probably not in as bad a shape. All right, we'll see how that does over a couple days. So the last thing I'm going to do before wrapping up this episode is just make sure I actually can get the freewheel loose before I go to the bike shop tomorrow. So I'm going to put the tool in. And again, this is the drive side, so it's a normal thread, so it's lefty-loosey, but it's going to be upside down in the vise. So we're going to have to turn it the other way. There we go. And it broke loose. So next episode, we'll be checking in on the chain, checking in on the pedals, and then since we've started it, we might as well finish working on the rear wheel. Thanks for sticking with me. Don't forget, you yourself can make a difference in your own community. Check out the link for an army of normal folks in the description, and I hope to see you next time on Featherstone Bicycles.